Bounce back night for Manchester United. I'm going to tell you exactly why Manchester United will beat Porto tonight. It's got nothing to do with the team. It's just what Ten Hag does. Many examples from last season when the chips were down, Ten Hag needed the result. He got through it and got that result. Whether or not that's enough to take him through to Villa at weekend, I've got a completely different opinion on that. But tonight we concentrate on Europa League football. It's Porto. It is a build-up to the watch-along, which is starting at 7:30 on our sister platform. Big up link right there in the live chat, everybody. Go check it out after the stream finishes at 7:30. We're going to move across there, go through everything and what's going on with Manchester United and that team lineup tonight. We're going to talk about that first of all. Please, first, before we get into that, make sure you give this video a like. Make sure that you are subscribed to Forever United TV. Miss out on nothing Manchester United contents-wise. It's all completely free, so you might as well hit the subscribe and bell notification to make sure that you are part of it and join the 60,000 that have already subscribed to Forever United TV. Thank you to everyone once again for that. Loads of people in the chat already. Everyone getting excited for the game, or is it more in trepidation, anticipation, what's going to happen, the unexpected, the expected? Some people have just completely given up on this game tonight, and Manchester United are bowing. Ten Hag is bowing out on a bit of a somber note, according to a lot of fans. I personally feel that the writing's on the wall already, but a couple of wins this week won't do us any harm. And you know what? For the sake of the team and the squad, which is going to survive no matter what, we do actually need to start building up some confidence. So Manchester United definitely just need to get some points on the board in this Europa League phase and start building up that confidence going into what really is a crunch game at weekend, which I don't think we've got any hope in because Villa are just flying and they're a miles better team than us. But after the international break, Manchester United really do need to start making up some ground. So really, right now, what we just need to concentrate on tonight, get points on the board, get back moving in Europe again, and let's deal with everything else after that. Full concentration solely on beating Porto tonight. It's no easy task, though. Manchester United's record here, we know, has been a difficult one. Obviously, you'll have the memory of the Thunderbolt 40-yard screamer from Cristiano Ronaldo last time we was out at Porto, but they have a phenomenal record at home, Porto. It is excellent. Yes, they're missing players that was taken away from last year, and they have had to sort of regroup and go again. They haven't had a good start themselves. They lost already, I think, to Genk this season in the Europa League, Porto. So, yeah, themselves needing to get a bit of a bounce back, and the home fans will be demanding. The home fans will be wanting a reaction from their players in this competition as well. Their first home game of the Europa League. Let's not forget that. So, buoyant, hard, tough atmosphere for Manchester United to deal with, and obviously we have got our own demons building from within and what we need to conquer, because the confidence right now is probably the lowest that I have ever seen it at Manchester United. I don't think I've ever seen Manchester United players incapable of passing the ball. And I mean that. Like, how can a professional footballer not be able to pass a ball? It's unthinkable. But when you watch Manchester United at weekend against Spurs, it's there for everybody to see. This is a team that is drastically suffering in confidence right now. And Ten Hag is not inspiring anyone. They're going through all of the stats on TV right now. Goals in the Premier League, 5. That's 19th. Expected goals, 5th. Expected goals conceded, 20th. Conversion rate, 18th. Shots, 10th. Big chances missed. Honestly, the top and bottom of everything that's important and not important right now, Manchester United, in terms of what's good and bad. And really, things can only change with performances on the pitch. He's setting them up differently tonight. It's probably going to be the same system, but the personnel has changed. I'm going to come to the chat and get your thoughts on this next now with the team lineup that is actually in. But the team, if you haven't seen it already, it's going across the bottom of your screen there right now. In goal, obviously, Andre Onana, player of the month. Oh, God, when United's player of the month's turning out to be the keeper again, it kind of tells you where we're going right now, doesn't it? So we've got Onana in goal, right back Mazraoui, De Ligt next to him, then Martinez partnering De Ligt in the middle. On the left of him, Diogo Dalot. Will there be any inverted Diogo Dalot tonight? He's got two of the oldest players in Manchester United's squad in that role right now, in Christian Eriksen and Casemiro making his first start in over a month for Manchester United. In front of them two, you've got Bruno Fernandes. Of course, Bruno was always going to play. Captain of the side, former Porto fan. He has an affiliation and a love for Porto, obviously being Portuguese legend as well. You've got to look at Bruno Fernandes with the so-called suspension that's now forgotten. He will be obviously starting this game tonight and was always going to start this game tonight. But in front of him is where the changes really have been wrong. So Højlund starts his first game of the season. On the left, you've got, obviously, Marcus Rashford, who doesn't get dropped by Ten Hag. And then you've got Ahmad holding his position in on the right-hand side for a change. And I like it. It's different. It's something that we've not seen yet this season. Obviously, because of Rasmus Højlund starting the game in number 9, but a combination of the front three completely different. Like Ahmad and Rashford don't usually start games together, but Højlund. One thing you can say about Manchester United's front line is it's rapid. It is very, very quick. Bruno, I feel, is the one that everyone's going to be watching tonight now, and everyone is going to have an eye on him and his performance, how he does in this game. I just don't know is the answer. In terms of Bruno Fernandes, I don't know how he's going to perform. I don't know how he's going to take to this occasion. The pressure is well and truly on. And usually in these scenarios, you will get someone stepping forward and turning out and actually performing the way that they should be. But this is a Manchester United side that hasn't had a lot of that recently. And I don't think there's many Man United fans that are confident that we are going to get that. In terms of why Manchester United are going to win this game, I'll come to the chat in a second. I just need to clear up what I meant by that at the start of this video. I did say that Manchester United will win this game. You only have to look back at what Manchester United did last season and how Ten Hag's teams work. We lose to Spurs early on in the season, we beat Forest. We lose to Arsenal and Brighton, we beat Burnley. We lose to Palace, then we beat Brentford. We lose to City, then win 3 in a row. It continues and continues. When we lost to Newcastle, remember that night? Remember that night when everyone was slagging Marcus Rashford off, Ten Hag arguing with Martial on the pitch? Absolute disgraceful performance from Manchester United. We then went out and beat Chelsea. We then lost to Bournemouth. We then went out and beat Aston Villa somehow. It continued. Losing to West Ham, beat Aston Villa, lost to Arsenal, beat Brighton, Newcastle and City to finish the season off. You know where I'm going with it? It just works this way with Ten Hag. When the chips are down, there's a game there that United could go out and win. Now, obviously, this time, the pressure is mounted to this point where we're at with Ten Hag and everything that's going on right now after really poor performances in the last 3 games. And the games that he's got coming up that are usually the ones that can save himself. And you look at on paper and go, oh no, I don't really fancy United in these games. Tough games. But look at what happened last season. The games that you didn't expect United to probably win and turn out for. It's like when we lost to Bournemouth 3-0 at home. Everyone was saying, look, that's it. Then we went and managed to keep a clean sheet at Anfield, which is crazy, considering what happened the season before. And then to beat Brighton, Newcastle and City all in a row to finish the season off. Is this that moment? Is this that Ten Hag moment? Is that enough? I mean, I don't care. Like, I want him gone. I've already made my opinion clear. I don't like the inconsistencies. I don't think this is sustainable for Manchester United. But you know what happens. And when you're just talking about the results tonight and just talking about the game itself, then you have to say that this is usually that time when United turn up. If they don't turn up tonight, then I can officially say that's it. That is it. They have truly given up. I think they're going to turn out for him tonight. I just feel it. I do believe that it's not worked out the right way, though. And what I mean by that is United need a couple of good results right now because Sir Jim Ratcliffe, as we know, as we did the video earlier on, make sure you go check that out when all the football is done, about the situation with Sir Jim now coming into Birmingham and watching and being there at the game against Villa on Sunday. I think Villa will just completely blow out everything good work-wise that we might do and what I think we will do tonight. And I feel like that's just where he's got unlucky with the fixtures. Villa are on a high. They have too many players in form and will have too much for Manchester United. If they go out and surprise us again with a result at Villa Park, I'll be absolutely mesmerised. I'll be blown away. I really will. I just don't see it happening, no. And I don't see it in this Manchester United side. I really don't. Okay, into the chats we go. Let's get into a few. We've got a super chat first of all. That's come from Schwain says, big game for Bruno Adam. He has to show us why he is our captain. Glory, glory, Man United. 3-1 to us. Oh, that's confident, isn't it? I'll take that right now. I really will take that. Need to start finding the net. Can't hit a barn door of late. No, we can't. That from Stephen as well. Leo is in the house. It's funny. Front line is fast and the midfield and defence is slower than a snail. Yeah. Does that mean we go direct? Does that mean we go long? Is that long diagonal from Casemiro that he likes to play going to be the test tonight for that Porto defence? I think there's a reason why Casemiro plays tonight. Because if Porto do try and press, United have umpteen options off that long over-the-top ball. They have the pace to destroy Porto tonight up front with Ahmad, Højlund and Marcus Rashford. Bruno Fernandes, where he fits into that, that's a strange one. Because usually when Casemiro plays, you've usually got Casemiro who'll bypass that midfield. And it just depends if United get caught on the press and how aggressive Porto's press will be, if indeed they do press. So we don't know. We're going to have to wait and see how Porto approach this one. The onus is on them. So United could probably try and soak up play and then hit them on the break. It's possible, but we will have to wait and see. And ultimately, it will come down to the quality of United's passing again, which, like I said, from the last game, I haven't got a lot of confidence in. We couldn't pass bleeding 10 yards against Spurs on Sunday. So really, it's going to be between the quality of the pass and what the game plan is in terms of, is it going to be that long Casemiro diagonal to the pace of the front three, or is it going to be Christian Eriksen pulling strings, feeding into Bruno and trying to pass through the lines? I'm not confident we can do that. I'm really not. I don't have any confidence in any of them players at the moment on that pitch tonight. And it's going to take a long time. It's going to take a lot of games and some very good performances to convince this United fan base that this team can do it. Into more of the chat, Director of Football says, Erik Ten Hag has offset the Bruno pressure with 2 scapegoats ready for the slaughter. Very tactical of Erik Ten Hag. If he spent this much effort on planning to win instead of defending his ego/favourites, we'd win more. It sounds brutal, but it is a fair point, really, there. It is, isn't it? So, it is like how he can actually, for me, set this team up with Casemiro and Eriksen. I just didn't get it. It's a team that I've never seen Manchester United contemplate, or even think of. I didn't ever see this sort of lineup coming in for Manchester United. I didn't think we'd see this combo ever this season, but already, just not even a dozen games into the season, we're already seeing a big mix of what we can expect in this season. It's the uncertainty more than anything. And I feel like Manchester United right now, we're just trying anything to find anyone that's got any sort of slight bit of form. Let's just see now. I don't even think the players are confident in the players right now. No, that's true. Let's see what we've got there. Sad to say it, but we aren't winning. The players want Ten Hag out. These players are pathetic. Are they? Do they want Ten Hag out? I said this last time. People who keep coming to me with the same old story about the players wanting Ten Hag out, wanting the manager out, and it's the same old story that we've always had. I disagree with it. I do. I disagree with it because 9 of the starting 11 from weekend, actually Ten Hag has been here longer than. So why do these players want him out? Like, he's bought half of them in himself. So players that he trusts don't want him. It doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. So when you look at it that way, I just feel like you cannot blame the players in this instance. And it is how the manager is setting them up. They just don't perform well in the system that he is playing and what he's putting out on the pitch there. They don't understand it, I don't feel. Please keep liking the video. This is something different. We don't usually do the build-up like this. We usually wait to the game and then we go over to Big Up. But as you can see in the top of the link, The top chat right now that's pinned to the top of the comment section is the link to Big Up. You can jump across there and get onto the watchalong platform. We're going to go over there around about 7:30 and build up for the game. On that platform, you can jump on, can be part of the show. You can jump on and talk to me directly and give your opinions on what you think of the team and what you think might happen or anything else Manchester United subject-wise. And then we can go from there. But yeah, Manchester United lineup, as you can see going across the bottom of your screen there. Get your comments on that. Be ready to go on that. It's going to be a very interesting night, I feel, for Manchester United tonight. I just don't know what to expect, except I just feel like United will somehow pull something out of the bag. UK Strange in the house. Hello, mate. He says, can't see anything less than 2-0 loss tonight, Adam. No confidence in the team anymore. Midlover says, Ten Hag is just picking the names from his wizard hats. Adam says, Jets. Who cares about the Villa game? Talking more NFL there. A lot of people have just lost interest in United. We touched on this before. 1-1, and you know people will start to turn back to Ten Hag in. He's got to go. I don't care about these two results. I don't think it really matters, mate, to be honest. I really don't. I don't think it matters that the results are positive. If they are, I personally feel like he's coming in for a reason at weekend to Jim Radcliffe, and he's just going to make his own mind up. He will just make his own mind up. I think he's already got it made up, and I don't think there's anything that's going to change it. I really don't. So, yeah, let's just see how they perform tonight. But I think the bigger game is, in fact, going to be that Villa one at weekend. I think tonight is just important to get United up that table in the Europa League. And that's more important than anything, I feel, right now. Okay. Let's just see what else we've got in here. Rudresh says, every YouTube football channel from football statman Dave to any small big club who does tactical analysis has said the same thing. We are too open and leave too many spaces. It's not rocket science. Guest says, I need all my friend on Big Up to get through Man United game these days. Too scary to watch alone. Yep, it is a worry. It is a massive worry about how Manchester United perform and watching United. We just don't expect a lot anymore. And that's sad on its own, isn't it? That now the expectation levels have lowered. Tonight, personally, there's plenty of players that I want to watch. But if I had to pick out a certain player, I don't think it would be fair. Because every one of these players is underperforming right now. And you want to see, more than anything, instead of an individual standing up and being counted in this game, I don't think we can do that tonight. I think this has to be about what these players do together working in a Ten Hag system. Honestly, there's nothing that they can do to actually prove that Ten Hag is the right manager. But can they try and get the best out of what Ten Hag is trying to put them out as on the pitch? By that I mean the Ten Hag system. Can they just give a little bit more to that to try and get a result tonight? Like I said before, it's not sustainable, and it doesn't matter what happens in these two games. Ten Hag is not good enough for Manchester United. I'll stick by that. I've seen enough. The problem we've got is we have to think of the season as well, and somehow these players have to find a way of getting a decent result out of Porto tonight, and that's all that matters. Forget Ten Hag. For 90 minutes, we can forget about it because we need to get behind the team and we need to get the 3 points in the bag, and it's massive. We shouldn't be having to win this game in Porto because we failed against FC Twente at home. We shouldn't be in this position, but we are. It's United. We make everything bleeding hard on ourselves, don't we? Just as we always have. But this is ridiculous and embarrassing that we're doing it in the Europa League as well. So, really, I want to see what these players have got tonight. I want to see something as a team rather than any particular individual player. How can they play together to get a result? That's what we've got to look at as well. Rashford again. It beggars belief, says Phyllis. Lil United says, to be honest, I lost interest in United. I don't care. I'm sick of this. I have a problem with the heart. Go got to me to be angry. Sorry, that total typo nightmare there. Sorry, mates. It didn't come out right. Let's just see now. Yeah, also as well, me and Jay are on as well after the game tonight on YouTube. So we'll have the breakdown show. Me and Jay will be on YouTube after this game. So make sure that you are also involved in that as well, so you can come and have your say afterwards. Make sure you're also on to that link in the top of the live chat right now, which is the link to our Watch Along platform. Big up. That stream is running right now, so you can jump across from each one. We're starting over there quite soon, so make sure that you jump across once this was. The stream will keep on running here on YouTube for people to direct them over to the Watch Along platform up until about half time, if that makes sense. But we will be doing and following the whole game over on Big Up later on as well. So make sure that you jump across onto both, and then me and Jay will be on probably around about 10 minutes after the game's finished, giving our full verdict and getting your comments and your reaction to the game. Hopefully it's a Manchester United win. Hopefully United can get the job done and we can be celebrating 3 points in a way where we're actually a bit better off in the Europa League at least, and we're not being embarrassed in Europe again. And then all thoughts and all focus is over to Birmingham for Sunday in a massive game against Aston Villa. We will see. We will see what they've got. Keep them comments coming in. We're getting through as many as we possibly can. We've also got a poll running right now. Who's coming over to Big Up for the watch along? I did have another one. I didn't know it was changed. That was Kaz on that one. I was going to see what everyone thought of the game. I didn't even know it had changed over. But over half of you have already said that you're coming over to Big Up, so make sure that you do. Wayne says, let's stay positive. We are United. Come on. Says Wayne. Sorry, I said that all wrong there. Let's just say come on instead of come on. Stream isn't working for me. Don't know why. It should do, mate. Just refresh your page, Lil United. It will work. Just click on the link. It should take you straight across. You'll see my watch along there. And if it's not working, just refresh the page. It should work. There's nothing on the screen yet. It's still on the build-up, so don't expect to see anything. But you should be able to see the live chat and everything going on there. So make sure you're there ready to go. Aston Villa may just be the blade of the axe for Ten Hag. Ten Hag, an embarrassment. I don't care how results go as long as he's gone soon enough to repair the damage, says Gray. And yep, I got that one, Kaz. Thanks. Mr. Dacia Sandero in the chat as well. Evening, Adam. I'm not sensing that we will lose at Porto tonight. And with Villa on a crest of a wave after beating Bayern, that scares me. We just have to bounce back under Rude when Eric leaves. Oh, Mr. Dacia Sandero's already got Rude in place there. He's already made the decision. Let's just see what else we've got in here. Let's get as many as we can in before we switch across. Boxing Straight Talk. There's no way we beat Villa. Think Ten Hag will be sacked after the Villa game. Possibly. Yes. I think so. Let's see. Honest Tiger. Did Jay give a score for tonight? I think Jay expects a loss, to be honest. But I've left Jay just to enjoy the last few days of his holiday and try not to mither him. I think he needs all of the sort of, Dutch courage in ready to go for tonight. Pardon the pun with the Dutch courage. Let's just see now. Did Jay give a score? No, he didn't. We've all answered you. Car's going for a few more there. Dalot should never play for the club again after that last performance. Same with Bruno. Same with Rashford. Says Lost for Words. Giving up on a lot of the players there. Keep liking the video, everybody. Let's get up over 150 likes before we finish up on the stream. I am going to start wrapping things up here on YouTube very shortly in terms of the stream itself. The chat will continue, obviously, so it's still going to be live, but we are going to be running live over on Big Up on the other platform for the watch along as well. The link for that is in the live chat now, everybody. So make sure that you jump across there. Poor red card overturned for Bruno to return after Mount cut his head. Yeah, no Mason Mount tonight. Garnacho and Harry Maguire also on the bench simply because they have knocks. I don't think it really mattered. I think Ten Hag was going to change the team anyway. So in terms of Maguire, I didn't see him starting tonight. And Garnacho, he could have mixed up any of the front line tonight. But him and Xerxes out, I think Ten Hag just wants another option. I think he feels like Rasmus is... he's good in Europe. He's got form in Europe from last season, obviously, scoring the majority of a big chunk of his goals in the first part of the season in the Champions League last season. Maybe Ten Hag's thinking down that road. Possibly. We will see. We will see. But, yeah, what I'm going to do now, get over onto that link for Big Up. I'm going to end the stream here and get across to the other platform for the watch-along. The chat is still going to carry on in here. And you can cross over in each one if you want. We're going to run it for a while on YouTube. But the main video content and game footage for me is going to be over on Big Up. So make sure you jump across there. Again, thank you everybody for joining us on this little build-up show to the game tonight. We'll see you all over on Big Up very shortly. But yeah, cheers everybody. I'll see you all over there on Big Up in just a few minutes.